Happy Friday, everybody out there. Today's video lesson is going to briefly discuss finding your place in society and go over instructions for today's writing assignment. The first thing that you should do today is read The House on Mango Street through pages 35 to 57, and you can access the audio recording as always right here. After you do that, you're going to go to your vignettes writing document, which I will open up here and have it side by side so you can see everything I'm doing right now. Okay, cool. And you're going to title a new entry called Changes. So I'm just going to go to the bottom of my last one and type this new title, Changes. You're going to write a paragraph response to this prompt here. As you read, you're going to start seeing a change in Esperanza. She's beginning the transition from childhood to adolescence. What is happening physically, socially, and emotionally? And cite examples from the novel. I don't want to go too much in depth here because I want you all to come up with this on your own. But I'm just going to go over one of the things that I noticed from the vignette called, what was it? The one about her job, the first job. So you can tell in the beginning of this vignette that Esperanza is very innocent. Like, she thinks that by just having this job matching negatives with their pictures that she'll be able to afford Catholic high school. Um, I don't think she realizes how hard her own parents have to work and how hard other people have to work to survive, but she's up for it. Like, this wasn't originally what she came up with for a job, but it was suggested to her by her aunt. And so, like many of us, like many of you, when mom or dad or someone tells you to go to work, you don't really have a choice. You kind of just have to do whatever they come up with. So this was the same for Esperanza. And she gets up, she gets all professional and gets money to go to work. And it was in this vignette where I saw a change creep up in her life. And I think that Cisneros wrote this vignette in a way that matches that creeping up, because this older man at the very end of the story comes to say hello. And Esperanza, she's a young teenage girl, she kind of assumes that he's kind and helpful and he's just a nice old man. But he says that it's his birthday and that he wants a birthday kiss, please. And she's thinking that he has totally pure intentions. And in the very last line, we realize, no, this is not some sweet old man who's being kind to a little girl. This is a pervert, possibly a pedophile, who has just basically assaulted her by forcing him to kiss her and not letting go. And for my writing response, I would just talk about how those kind of moments that creep up on you are very similar to how teenage years and adulthood can creep up on you. Like, for the longest time, you're a kid talking about the names of clouds in the sky and trying on your mother's high heels. And then the next minute, people actually start to see you as the adult that you so wish you could be. And it can be shocking in that moment. I can imagine Esperanza was probably frozen when that guy grabbed her face and pressed it to his. I imagine it can be scary and jilting. And I think some of us can maybe handle those types of things in the moment, but I think most of us don't really know how to react because we haven't had experiences like that. Like, your adolescence is the time when you figure out who's safe and who's dangerous and how to react to certain situations. So back to your writing response, you might discuss something like that moment that you saw in one of the vignettes. For me, it was the moment when the old man grabbed her face and pushed it to his. I'd like you to strive to use a different example. But if you thought about the same example and just want to comment some different things on it, that's okay too. So you should do that on the same writing document. If you need help with this assignment in any way, reach out to me during these hours, 11 to 12 or 1 to 2, or send me an email or text through Remind. And I'll look forward to continuing our reading and writing next week.